Hi, I'm Elissa with RT Book Reviews, and we're here at the RT Booklovers Convention in Chicago with Veronica Roth. Look what she's holding. It's the new copy of the second in her trilogy. We're also rocking our buttons for saying our factions.
Dauntless.
Dauntless.
As all good people are.
But BT Dub, I would be a terrible Dauntless. I'm not good at jumping on and off of trains. I'm not gonna fight I'm not gonna punch anybody in the face.
I would totally die, like right away.
I would be like that girl that fell off the cliff. Yeah, that would be me. I would make it through like potentially the first 25 pages. So we're dying for Insurgent. I mean, hopefully not literally, but give us a little teaser of what we can expect.
It's basically, it starts off right when the first book ends, and it just deals with the aftermath of what happened at the end of book one, which pretty much starts like a big exploding kablooie of awful. So that's the second book.
Kablooie of awful.
Yeah.
So at the end of Insurgent, things are looking pretty bad for society, and tell us about what we're walking into in book two.
Well, the book kind of opens with the group that escaped the city at Amity headquarters. So it's very strange because you know that there's a lot of turmoil going on, but you don't actually see a lot of it until about 70 pages in or something. So mostly you just get to see how that faction lives and how not all is as it appears even there. So that's kind of the world as it is. And then they get to gradually learn about what's been going on since they left the city as they go back into it. So.
What's the setup? Is it different than the first book? Because the first book was primarily initiation. And so now everything society has kind of been torn asunder.
Yeah, and the sort of rigid structure of the society becomes like looser, sort of. So Triss is able to go places that she wasn't able to go in the first book. So we get to learn a lot more about the factions that you didn't see in the first book, and about the factionless, and about the world as a whole. So.
But what about the smooching?
There's smooching. There's always smooching.
I mean, you're running for your life. You can take a little break.
Yeah, exactly.
Tensions are high.
Yeah, I would say that relationship becomes a lot more complicated, but there's still an abundance of smooching. So.
An abundance of smooching. Your books are set in a futuristic Chicago where things have gone awry. As we are in Chicago right now, where would you suggest your teen fans go to visit? Top 3 places.
Okay. Millennium Park, which is where the bean is, which in the first book is when Triss and Caleb are together under a mammoth-like sculpture. That's the bean. So it's a good place to go. Also, the Sears Tower, the top of it, because you get to see the whole city, and it's also that like dizzying height feeling that's so terrifying to most, but not to my main character for whatever reason. And also Navy Pier, where the Ferris wheel is. There's a lot to do there, but the Ferris wheel is really an incredible sight.
When Triss goes through initiation, she's to face all of her fears. What would be one of your fears that you would face?
I am terrified of heights, like really. So I don't even know.
You just recommended that people go to the Ferris wheel in the Sears Tower.
And they have that little box that hangs off the Sears Tower. It's like glass, and you can go stand
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
I tried to do that, and I almost had a panic attack, because I just am terrified of, like, anything. And in Ferris wheels, how they, like, pitch forward into the abyss, I just, like, want to die.
Like
so that would be a big one. Also, like, spiders, swarms of things, closed spaces, a big open spaces, lots of people. I mean, like, I'm afraid of most things. You should ask me what I wouldn't face. It would be like marshmallows and puppies, and that's about it.
How has it been hanging out with the teens today at Teen Day? They're all pretty pumped to meet you. Veronica's line at the book fair was down and around the corner.
Well, it's my favorite part is meeting them, because they're the ones who I wrote it for, really. I mean, not really, but mostly, and they have such enthusiasm and a different way of looking at books. Like, they don't care how much you made, or how you got your editor, or how that relationship is. They just want to know about the book and the characters, because they feel so real to teenagers. So it's really fantastic interacting with them.
And what has been what is the most common thing that they say to you?
I love 4. That's it.
Smooching. It all comes back to smooching. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm here with Veronica Roth. I'm Elissa signing off from RT Booklovers Convention in Chicago.